Level 1, the curious child. You watch the small fire burn inside the rural French stone hearth today. A quiet detachment grows while you observe the heat. On your pale skin, your mother provides strict routines. In the middle class home in Nyzza now, school is a stage for your early experiments with small and quiet birds. You feel the weight of the metal box in your young and steady hands. The sound of the match striking is a constant companion in the dark. Curiosity is a cold drive searching for the secret mechanics of living things. People see a polite boy never, your sharp and calculating internal medical mind. A subtle resentment builds against their simple rules and their many hollow smiles. You feel the physical texture of the dirt under your small fingernails. Here, the village is a network of patterns waiting for your own careful navigation. Disappointment is a dull throb when your private plans do not happen fast. A desire for total power begins to grow in your very quiet mind. The local cats hide when they hear your rhythmic and slow walking steps. A new kind of opportunity presents itself unnoticed by the busy adult world. Level 2, the isolated teenager. The military hospital walls are white and smell of sharp and cold bleach. You watch the soldiers bleed while you maintain a neutral and calm face. The First World War is a chaotic backdrop for your own private study. You feel the rough fabric of the bandages in your small stubby hands. A sense of detachment shields you from the loud noise of the cannons. Relationships are tools for your advancement in the busy medical hierarchy. Right now, the control over the morphine bottle feels like a tangible and heavy power. Your internal landscape is a map of human bodies and their weak points. The casual death of others is a natural extension of the biological process. You learn the precise routine of the morgue performing tasks without any emotion. The feeling of being overlooked provides an invisible space for your own work. A quiet anger against the medical board builds into a steady internal pressure. You experiment with prescriptions, observing the subtle reactions of your many patients. The anonymity of the war zone offers a very comfortable and safe space. This world requires careful navigation, and your dark understanding grows every single day. Level 3, the student of death. You open the door to your new medical practice. In the quiet town, the brass plaque with your name catches the bright morning sun rays. Today, you study the anatomy books with a focus that people find very impressive. The smell of ether and old wood fills your small and neat office. You earn the trust of the mayor while you hide your true nature. The sound of a beating heart is just a mechanical rhythm to you. You provide treatments for the sick while you calculate their many deep secrets. A cold logic guides your hands as you perform the necessary surgical tasks. You notice the fragile boundary between a living patient and a still object. Your basement is a private laboratory where you store your many sharp tools. You learn to manage the expectations of the town with a polite smile. The weight of the heavy stethoscope is a constant and professional burden. Now, you plan your rise to power with the precision of a master surgeon. The lines on your medical charts represent lives that you now fully control. A specific plan for the future begins to take a very dark shape. Level 4, the stalker. You move to Paris while the world prepares for another big and violent. The city streets are a maze of shadows where no one knows you. You select your clinic at 21, Rue Le Sueur with great care. Today, the triangular room is a masterpiece of hidden design and absolute visual control. You observe the frantic people through a small and very secret wall hole. Your breathing is slow as you watch them wait in the quiet room. The cool air of the basement carries the scent of stone and lime. You follow the desperate refugees, making no sound on the wet city pavement. The weight of the gold coins in your pocket is a heavy comfort. You visualize the exact moment when the gas will start its quiet work. Their hope for safety is a target that you will soon destroy. Now, you have studied their panic for months from the safety of your office. The feeling of being a savior is a quiet rush of pure blood. You check your watch and note it is exactly 5 in the morning. The first group arrives, and you Prepare to open the heavy steel door. Level 5, the novice killer. The handle of the door is cold against your palm as you wait. Resistance is a physical sensation that you overcome with your intense mental focus. You feel the heat of the stove in your mind for a moment. Now, the sound of the struggle is muffled by the thick and stone walls. You count the minutes as the movements become slow and then stop entirely. The smell of copper and coal fills the small space around your body. Your muscles burn from the exertion of the act in the dark basement. You move the weight toward the triangular room you built last year. Today, the lime falls onto the fabric with a dull and heavy thud. Now, you feel a sense of completion as the room becomes flat and level. Your hands do not shake as you clean the medical tools with care. The night is peaceful while you listen to the distant city traffic sounds. You stop at a small cafe and drink a glass of red wine. The reflection in the mirror shows a doctor who looks completely normal now. You have crossed the line and the hunger is finally satisfied for now. Level 6, the predator. You establish a fake resistance network to lure the wealthy and the scared. The suitcases you collect are filled with the fine clothes of the gone. You fly between identities while you drive through the occupied Paris streets. Tonight, the triangular room is waiting for the next group of hopeful human souls. You dig a hole in the basement while the city sleeps in fear. The items inside the bags are ready for your next planned ritual act. You select a wealthy family in a quiet part of the old town. The daughter is scared and the door is open for your medical reach. You feel the rough leather of the luggage under your gloved left hand. The plan moves forward with the efficiency of a well-oiled metal machine. You use their own jewelry to fund your long and very secret war. The logic of your crime is built on the chaos of the occupation. You watch the smoke rise, but they have no idea who is responsible. The distance between the events makes a pattern impossible for them to find. You are a ghost moving through the heart of a fallen European capital. Level 7, the collector. You keep the sorted suitcases in a hidden room beneath your clinic floor. The coats are a record of your power over the weak and dying. You revisit the moments of the act in your detailed and cold mind. The weight of the stolen jewels is a heavy and secret burden. Today, you study the faces in the missing person files with a quiet smile. The media calls you a butcher, but you are just a careful man. You feel the texture of the silk dresses you took from the girls. The gold teeth are kept in a small box in your coat pocket. You use the money to buy more land and expand your private world. The thrill of the theft is a secondary rush to your main work. You watch the pile of belongings grow with every single successful medical visit. Your collection of lives grows larger with every year that passes by. Now, the war is a playground where you set the rules for the game. You feel a sense of ownership over the fear you have created. Today, one single slip will change everything, but you feel very safe and strong. Level 8, the media phantom. The neighbors report a foul black smoke rising from your clinic chimney. Tonight, you sit in your apartment and read the news with total clinical calm. The police find the basement that does not look like a clinic anymore. You laugh at their shock when they see the items in the pit. The cooling off period is a choice that you make with great discipline. You focus on your new identity, like a normal and very brave soldier. The duality of your life is a masterpiece of perfect and calculated acting. You feel the warmth of the sun while you walk the Paris streets. The secret in your chest is a cold stone that never melts away. You plan a final move to escape the reach of the new government. The air in the cell is sharp and bites at your red face. You walk through the prison while the wind hums a low steady tune. The police are looking for a doctor with a very dark history out. You are a captain in the resistance with a plan for tonight. Now, one small article in a newspaper is the start of the final end. Level 9, the cross-country killer. The heavy boots of the gendarmes sound on the stairs of the station. You wait at the metro stop for the men to approach your body. The smell of the train is clean and hides your inner sudden dread. They ask for your papers and you give them with a steady hand. The search of your pockets reveals the letters you could not hide fast. You feel the cold steel of the handcuffs for the very first time. The transition from free man to prisoner is a sudden and sharp shock. You sit in the back of the black car and watch Paris pass. The investigators arrive and start to ask about bodies in Rue Le Sueur. You realize that the letter to the newspaper was your only real error. The weight of the evidence is building like a wall around your body. You refuse to speak, but your triangular room tells the story of war. The courtroom is crowded and the air is very still and very dry. You watch the faces of families as the jewelry is finally shown. Now, the scale of your profit is revealed to the shocked and quiet world. Level 10, the untouchable. You sit in the stone cell and write a final note to her. The walls are cold and the light is always dim above your head. You feel the scratch of the pen against the thin white paper. Today, the guards watch you through the small slot in the heavy steel door. You have a secret that you do not share with the priest. The sound of the morning bells is the rhythm of your new life. You walk toward the wooden structure in the center of the dark courtyard. The sensation of the cold morning air against your skin is a reality. You do not want the people to forget how you fooled the system. Now, the silence of the dawn is a blanket that covers your aging mind. You feel the heavy wood against your neck as the room becomes dark. The end is a physical fact that you accept with a quiet mind. You are finally untouchable because they can no longer reach your cold soul. The news will report your death, but they will never find the gold. The mystery of your triangular room remains buried in the heart of Paris.
You just watched someone lose everything they were. But there's a subject whose story starts even darker. No childhood, no normal, just the pattern. Watch what that looks like.